Evening. How is everyone? Just thought I'd pop on before I got my scratcher. Give me 5 minutes. Stacey will be here in 5 minutes with her wisdom. Good. Stacey's always good value. Everyone's good value. Aye, so finished my edit today for the big man. Big Marcus will be live. Evening, Willie. It'll be my friend Marcus Redwood. Like I say, you'll see him on a lot of the podcast dodge. We done all that. Real interesting chap. He's a good big guy. So I helped him. I went and filmed his charity yesterday at the beach. It was brilliant. So it took me, no, it was on Sunday, so it's taken me quite a while. That was 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. There she is. How you doing, singer? Madam Singer. Do you want to come on? Stacey's coming on for a blether. Always good to get new punters on. There's the thingy-majigger, if you need it. Aye, so no, I did a thing for Big Marcus. I mean, he's not somebody you want to cross, but he is. I am good. I am all good. It's nice weather here this time of year. Still a bit. When I say it's cold, it's not cold, but it's nice. Office. Aye, that'd be good, Rebecca. It's good. So I've got Stacey and Mad Allison, so it'd be good to get another girl on. I know you talk a lot of sense as well. I've seen you before. I think you've been on the journal interview with them. So like my big Mark is called the Big Guy Charity. You'll have seen it on Facebook, maybe. So it's my first time doing an On Rangers podcast thing. I was quite nervous. It's taken it's about 8-9 hours worth of work in there. So that's good. I just seen 400-500 orphans. Him and his wife and other helpers took them to the beach. It was a good day. No, just good fun. So yeah, I'll be up live 8 o'clock Friday morning on my YouTube. So Mark's met a few he's met from London that are certainly characters, shall we say. Some of them have been on the podcast and all. Joe Pyle Jr. and that. They're brilliant with me, like real good guys. But hopefully we get a signing today. What day is it? Tuesday. Maybe tomorrow there's maybe fight stuff. Finalising the paperwork and all that stuff, possibly. I don't know. I'm not getting any inside info. So we'll see what happens there. Oy. It's amazing. I stood up and I was all right, but now I'm ready to go to my bed. I think there's a cat lying on my pillow, farting. Another one down there trying to eat the hamster. I think my daughter's pal's coming for the hamster, so. All right, Scotty boy. Oi, Savaloy. Again, I know I say it all the time, like, but it's just when you're coming on here and just on all social medias, it's nice. Because I was watching a lot of old Rangers stuff today, and what's it called? YouTube as well, in the early 80s, should I say that, when I first started going. And something struck me. I was watching Billy McNeil talk, Jock Wallace talk, Jock Stein, and the difference nowadays, and players from both Rangers and Celtic is so bitter now compared to them. Listen, we all hate. I wouldn't say hate. Hate's a strong word. We all didn't like each other, shall we say? But it's my favourite old game. Oh God, man, that's a question, isn't it, man? The Aberdeen game when Haley scored, the 4-each game, there was a Friday night game that wasn't on telly for Rangers Celtic, Glasgow Cup final, the Aberdeen Cup finals and the Skull Cup. Oh, there's so many. I mean, some of the European nights is different. Afternoon, early time. I like going down the beach. That's just. I mean, I'm not going to say I'll do that every night. It's really pleasant down there. As you've seen it, it's just nice. It's called, as I've discovered, it's called the S Bend because it is shaped like an S. That bit, and it's kind of halfway along the beach because the beach there is about 14 kilometres long. Mo Johnson changed it, Scott. I think in the day, Mo Johnson. All right, Lennon, lad. So I reckon it was when Neil Lennon started. But it's not just that. When you see the pundits, Arthur Montford, Archie McPherson, people like that, they were just good, nice guys. They're not Michael Stewart and people are just nasty pieces of turd. Just wretches, I think it's about wretches. Now that are just nasty. Your Chris Sutton were never like that. They were just, they were respected, they were respectful. Arthur Montford, his accent, man, he was brilliant. And I mean, Archie got a bit of pelters that, but I loved Archie, man. He was brilliant. In fact, and it was McNee that started it, wasn't it? It was Jerry McNee that started. I knew Jerry. My mum was friends with his wife because he's from Dunbrec, and I went to nursery school with his daughter Dara McNee, and she was nice. Like, and to be fair, McNee got me the 1986 World Cup squad in Mexico's autographs in the back. I wish I still had that. I don't know what it was lost. Oh, I time for South Jaws. 2 Fridays and 1 scores. There's so many games. FIFA. That's right, Stevie. And it was a Friday night, and there was trouble everywhere that night. But remember, it was two. No, it was that Glasgow Cup final. It was 2 each, wasn't it? Because remember, Peter Latchford was in goal for the Celtic, and Ali scored an extra time at the Colton Road. And Stephen, I don't know, Stevie, I don't know if I'm romanticising it, but I seem to remember it was a 25-yard bell to that bloody cat. No, they're good. But the Mo Johnson goal against Celtic, that was unreal. But it was just, he just hates life. He just hates life. I mean, there's no need to be as nasty and horrible as that. I mean, Grant as well. Peter Grant's coming back into the public eye. He was the atypical, dirty, flipping prick. He's a nasty person as well. It's one of the old school East German teams, isn't it? I've not seen anything. I mean, maybe there's stuff. I'm on Twitter now, so have a look. We'll see Tim Poison. But this penalty kick, so what? This is why you never won the cat. No, she's cool. That's the one that doesn't near me, because I came home one night and it was late on to living, and she tried to get out. And my wife thought, "Oh, there's Stacey." All right, Stacey, I'm just talking about the cat, because the white one. It was one night when she tried to escape, and I shut the door quickly, and it caught her leg, and she's never come near me since. And it was that, when cats scream, it was awful. But the other cats are cool with me, but from over. Stacey, we're just talking about the difference, because I was watching a load of old early 80s matches. I know you're not as old as me. 80s matches. It's John Gregg, Billy McNeil, Jock Wallace, Jock Steen, and they're all pals. There's no nastiness or anything like that. And I thought, somebody said, when did it all start? And I think it was Jerry McNee. Jerry McNee he started it. And the thing is, I knew McNee because his wife and my mum used to go to coffee mornings together, because he's from Dunbrec in Glasgow, and I went to the same nursery school his daughter Dara. But I think it was Mo Johnson's when it really changed, and they've never recovered from it. But it was different back then. I know we had the Hampden Riot in that, but and Peter Grant and all the Moonhowlers that are out there now, man. It's why I know it's Stephen. I know a lot of people talk about the rest. It's why I don't go and score more goals than the other team. That's my view.
Aye, but when the stats start to read a certain way, you can't look at it. You know what I mean? I'm with you. Like, there is obviously plenty of time left in the game, but when it starts to be like 3 seasons without a red card in that, like, come on, there's something.
I know. And it's just listen, we'll move on for this because it's crap chat. But the question that was asked, what's your favourite games? What's the favourite games you remember, Stace? What one? I mean, plural, not just one, because I find it's difficult to ask. The 4-4 draw was brilliant as well. I got a new pair I remember that morning, Stephen. I got a pair of Night Division that morning as well. So, what game do you remember? What games jump out at you, Stacey?
The Joe one still jumps out to me to this day. The Pierre Lovenkrands header in the last minute. The Scottish Cup. I just remember watching it in the house with my mum, and the two jumping about the living room, and my stepdad at the time was a Celtic fan, and him being in the huff, and then I was going out that night to meet my pals, and he was saying to me, "You can't go out about here in your strip because Dumbarton is mainly a Celtic area." I'm like, "Who's no?" So that was me. I had the strap on, the scarf around me, flag tied on me, and away out with my pals kicking about the streets. I'm surprised I didn't get it down, by the way, but
Because the Bill Anderson game, that was a brilliant game. I had my season. I ended up in the tunnel that night up the town. But that was again, that was the same game where the Canny was caught offside and Gorham kicked the ball back. It hit the Canny in the back of the head. Come back to Gorham and he kicked it again and hit him in the back of the head again. And I think that was the same game. I've said this to you before. Right at the start of the game, the Canny was through and goals and I shouted, shoot. Just out of the 10, shoot. I was like, what are you fucking doing, man? But thanks a lot, Greg. I hate saying this. I hate the blag, but if you can like my YouTube, that's the advert there. That'd be cool.
Another one that sticks in my mind.
Other games jump out at you.
The Morris Edu one to win us the league.
Oh, aye.
Against them. He scored at the end. I had my season ticket in, and I was raging because I was down in London. My pal was a Aston Villa fan, and they'd got to the cup final against Man U, and we all went down with him. And because I got talked into it, and we never usually miss an Old Firm, but I got guilty into it. And we were watching it in a pub down there, and there was only me and my pal that were Rangers fans. Everybody else was obviously Villa or Man U. And the two of us were jumping about like lunatics, and we got champagne at the final whistle because we knew that was it.
There's so many, because back Aberdeen up to about 1991 were a brilliant football team. There's no two ways about it. But the Skull Cup, it was called the Skull Cup at the time, the League Cup. I think we played them 2 years in a row, and they were just absolutely. They were great games of football. You know, it was end-to-end stuff. Aberdeen were good. And then there was the penalties, and I think it was Durrant scored the goal at the Rangers' end. I think it was Durrant scored the deciding penalty. But they were good games then. And there was the one other League Cup final. I remember it was I hate saying it. I think Paul Elliott scored. He went right down to score it in. And the camera pans down to the Celtic end, and you see them all singing, "Can You Hear the Rangers Sing?" And they're all, I don't want to give them too much credit, but it looks quite fucking good, like, you know, you've got to admit. But then big Goffey scored the winner. And I was right at the segregation fest next to the Celtic fans. And I mean, your feet away from them, the coins are going across. I've always got to remember them live, but you can work it out. And the cops are just standing there laughing.
Obviously, my very first Rangers game will be one of my favourite ones. It was against Kilmarnock at Ibrox. Just because it was my first game. But I think Aberdeen game at Ibrox where Sebo scored one of his only goals. I just came back for a beef for that morning. I was still mad with it. And I thought, I'm going to go to the game. And that was some experience. The hangover kicked in by half time.
When we won the league, that was good. I remember, I wasn't at it, but I remember it. I was, I can tell you exactly what I was. I was in Troon, a street called Bentic Drive. And I was on my BMX, and there was a guy, I heard a radio going, and it was just, I'm mad. And there's so many, because I flipping lost it. I got a programme for the first game I was at, and it was for the opening of the Govan, and I was sat it was against Liverpool, and I'm sure I was the Brunelin rear. But because of where we live, we could walk to Ibrox, and I know my old man used to take me we used to go to reserve games, and I know it was a reserve. I knew because it was free. I think it was free to get in the main stand, and I'm pretty sure. I know my dad used to tell the story. I'll be honest, I can't remember it, but I think that was the trial run, if you know what I mean. But some of those games would be 2,000-3,000. But the thing that I remember back then, when you look back at the games, Rangers had square posts. I can remember because we were regulars in the West Enclosure, and I always remember walking in, and the post just looked so bright. You know, it's an abiding memory I've got. It's such a strange one. And I remember the one and only time I caught the ball. The ball came into the enclosure, and I got it, and it was, oh, wow, man, I threw it back, and that was brilliant.
I got scudded with the ball a couple of times because I was in row C in the club in front for my season ticket. Just right to the goals, just between the corner flag and the... I got scudded with the ball a few times. But
you need to be on the ball there. I remember Terry Hutt, because I had a season there before I joined the Navy in 1991. My season was there, row P, seat 22, yellow section. and Terry Hurlock was playing at the time, and see when he was he had a shot on him, and if you were in before the start of the game, you couldn't turn your back because if he hit you, it was breaking your nose because the ball then it was the old Mitre Delta 1000, and that was like the ball nose like a balloon. But the Leeds games were good because I was in the Royal Navy then, and we Johnny Whiteley, he was a Leeds fan, and we were both in the same section in the ship. I remember the game at Leeds. We were actually at sea up in the Minches, up between Shetland and Faroes, because it's no secret the Royal Navy. It's called it's where they practice firing missiles.
Yeah.
So and the kind of missile we had on it called Sea Dart, it used to leave the launcher at Mach 7. And when you didn't see it, you just heard it, boom. So we were up there doing, it's called the IC fighting. And I remember I was as sick as a dog because it was like that, and it was horrible. But we could get the BBC just about. I think it was in BBC or STV. And what are you doing, Kat?
Terrestrial telly.
That's fighting, want to eat the hamster. That was awful. But there's been so many games. But I just feel, Stacey, that we're almost. We're at the start of something good. There's no two ways about it.
Oh, definitely we are. It's got that kind of buzz about it again. And it's definitely exciting. I actually can't wait to go into the office tomorrow and actually annoy all the Tims in person. Okay,
I mean we've took it badly for a long time. And that's the thing. They're moaning about a penalty. I'm moaning about I'm not sending off. And Peter Grant said today, why didn't he's moaning about why didn't it's something about red cards and that. Why didn't what was it he said? Basically, it was saying Celtic have not done anything in the last 18 months to monitor a red card. He shouldn't have said that. You kicked a Rangers player in the head at Hampden or at Celtic Park or whatever,
Aye, that's getting looked into for what I've heard as well.
Aye. So did you watch that video, or did you watch that whole video, just a wee bit? That one I did?
Just watched a wee bit because I had to go into a meeting after that. But aye, it was pretty.
Aye, I know the shirt I put on for it was just because the kids were there and all that. But
it's nice. I was just thinking, is that like a sponsor shirt or something? It was more like
no. What it was, I'll tell you when I bought that. It was on Facebook. It's the one that what's his name? Al Pacino wears in Scarface when his mate gets chopped up with this chainsaw. It's a bright red one. So I can't remember buying it, but the next day when the postman arrived or whatever it was, I get that shirt and a shark hoover. So and I can't remember buying either of them.
Well, I'll give you a laugh now. This came the day. I'll show you this.
On you go.
Excuse the colours because it's fun. Like my pal that I stayed with in Australia, as a thank you, she seen this hat and she loved it. Aye. So I bought her it, right? And I thought I'd put in her address for it to get sent to. So that came all the way here for Australia.
So you put the address on the cap for yourself?
I put my address instead of her address.
And it's green. You're not wearing that, are you?
Oh. It's going in my car and I'm taking it up to her mum. She's going out to visit her next month, so.
All right, good. And New Era hats are no cheap. I've got a couple sitting up there. But the Leeds game at McAllister. That was and I was on this ship as well, McAllister. And McAllister's a die-hard bear as well. And you could see he didn't really like scoring that, but he had to do his job. Then Big John Lukic punched the ball into the net for us. And the thing is, there's people say our Leeds were on their way down and all that. No, they weren't. They were the champions of England, and they were still a great team. And there was no away fans apparently. But at Leeds, I think it's when McCoy scores his goal. Is it McCoy's in the second half? You can see if you look to the right of the goals, you see a lot of Rangers fans jumping up.
As I say, my big neighbour's a Leeds fan, so I would love to play them again, whether it be a friendly or not. It'd just be a good laugh for us to go to that together.
You never know. Now that we're getting joint or owned by there's people owners, you might find about a pre-season thing or something like that. Yes. And I think what they've said, I'm just picking up on that pre-season. I think Danny said, or was it? No, they've not said something along the line. We're not going to be going to America or Australia or like that. We're just staying local, so to speak. And I know we've got huge fan bases in Australia and the States. Like if they went to Australia, you'd find there would be people from Singapore and that go and Hong Kong. But it's a long way to go. But at the same time, I know the Bears out there, like John that comes on. I mean, it's a aye. But we've got to do what's right for the team.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I know there was something out there a couple of years ago for, it was like ex-Celtic and Rangers players, sort of like the Masters, because Michelle went to it and said it was brilliant because even though it was old players, like obviously she doesn't get to see much.
Aye.
No, so it would be good for them to get.
That would be. Canada as well.
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing is, I'm really looking forward to the World Cup. By the way, Rod Wallace was brilliant. Aye.
Mum, go and just go away.
Your man there. But I'm looking forward to the World Cup as well, Stacey. That'll be good.
Aye, the World Cup's going to be good.
I'm going up on a ladder. Can we get a YouTube moment here?
No, we don't trust her on a ladder. She gets vertigo.
Aye.
So, apparently the first day, the Monday after the first game is going to be a bank holiday, apparently.
Wait, is the first game a weekend? I'm not really bother for me, but
I'm not sure. I just remember reading that the Scottish
I think you're right. The thing is, without getting political, quite right, because people are going. It saves people. It takes a whole issue away from HR all over the country. You know, because I'm sick. You know, you're hungover. You know what I mean? It's a smart thing, and then the people that don't want the people that don't like football, that's maybe a double timer for them as well. So,
I will see if they were to sweeten it like that. You know, maybe double time or time and a half for folk that don't like football, and then the ones that do, then they can get it off for a bit.
I see why they're playing at Everton and not Hampden. Why is Scotland playing at Hampden and not playing at Hampden? That seems weird. I mean, if we're playing against the Ivory Coast, why not play it at Pittodrie? Or, you know, I mean, we don't like Aberdeen, but at the same time, there's still Scotland fans or through in Edinburgh, at Hibs, Hearts, or even Murrayfield. That seems weird.
Maybe a visa thing? No, well, I suppose the UK is UK, isn't it?
No, that's the whole UK. To have Leeds' perfect testimonial opponent, there's a good shout, Alan.
Actually, I never thought about that.
I wonder if Tav will get a contract next year. I think he might. I mean, he'll not be a first-team starter, but I've got a feeling he might get offered it. I'm not sure. But then again, if something like Saudi comes up with the United States or that, he might be allowed to go to the States for a couple of years. And good luck to him.
It's going to depend on his missus, innit? How settled the kids are and all that.
And from what I understand, he's been there 10 years, so his kids are Glaswegian, let's be honest.
Aye, and apparently one of his boys are in the academy, I know.
Is that right?
Aye.
Okay, I didn't know that.
One of his boys are in the academy.
Right, Must be. What's the difference with the Triber Cup for? I don't know. I thought it was just the League Cup. Okay, I know. I was reading a wee bit of that during the day, James. Like I say, I spent quite a few hours editing this video for Big Marcus, and so I took a spell out because it was a bit overloaded at times. Not in a bad way. It was just because I had about an hour and a half of video, but I said it can't be longer than 20 minutes because people will lose interest. We know that. Marcus knows that, and it was just trying to. Then my final edit was, I thought, this is it. So I watched it once, then I watched it twice, but. When Marcus's wife arrives, I say, there's Marcus's wife arriving. And Marcus said to me when we were on the way up, he said, look, Anne's her name. He goes, Anne's been sick this week. So I said in the video, and Anne's sick. But then I thought, you can't leave that in because, number one, it's in the YouTube forever. And it makes it, and because it's forever. So I had to edit again. Don't get me wrong, it was easy to do because I use a thing called Final Cut Pro. And it's really easy to do, but I was like, right, I better get that out. But Marcus phoned me, and he's dead chuffed with it. So that was aye. And listen, Marcus is Google him. His podcast. He's an interesting chat, by the way. he's on all the big guys, Liam Tufts and Dodge Woodland, and that. He's and he's extremely well connected with the London underworld, and some of them were there yesterday. I mean, proper. I got on great with them. Guys that genuinely were friends with the Craze and stuff like that. Right. First name terms. But they were lovely, and I gave 405 of them a run back to town and all that, and they're like, come up and see us in Pack before we go on if you're ever in London and all that stuff. So yeah. There's Mr. Nordini. How are you, mate? Our Moroccan friend. Oh, really? That's interesting, John. It's okay. That's fair enough, Jock. That's quite fair enough. If it's their game, technically that's fair. There's Gary. How you doing, Gary? No, the Lennon, the 49's got absolutely gubbed. I think it was something that it was like 40 to 4.
Well, I'm at the work sweep then. That's my sweep done. Shut up, Alfie.
Right. The dog man. Aye. Where's that cat? Aye. But I know who have we got? Right, Porto, and I know we'll do the 90 minutes before thing. Porto. I've actually still got the same attitude from the other game. I would rather they rested players, but then we always forget he's not got a big pool to pick from. Because I think after Thursday's week, when we might see a couple of players go out, like Rothwell, that's in the European squad.
I think there's obviously is it the British or Scottish players rule thing? You've got to have so many in.
Is that right? Okay. Right. Cooper, the driver, that is one of the best goals you see in it, Cooper. Aye. But I was watching last night because my first Rangers hero was actually wee John McDonald. And he was a great wee player, scored a lot of good goals. He was the man before Ali came in, and Ali I wouldn't say pushed him out, but Ali took over. But wee John McDonald was good. And he's big. Well, he's not big. He's on social media a lot, or his Facebook account. I mean, I am younger than you guys, John, and God, and John, the two Johns.
I'd probably say Albert's was my first proper.
Right.
I mean, I like Coisty and that, but Albert's was the first one I got in the back of my top.
Right. Aye. But being a goalkeeper growing up, I've always gravitated towards Woods, Gorham, and I was quite pally with Gorham at the last few years of his life. With a major set, he didn't drink actually, but in Hong Kong and stuff like that, and when he found out he was only foreman, I was offshore. Phone goes the goalie. He said, "Have we got cancer?" I said, "F off, you're fat." And no, he said, "No, listen." It's all right. And he was going to come down to my house and stay for a couple of days, but it just, because it came on quite quickly, didn't it? And because I think whatever the goalie said, it was X amount of weeks. Somebody told me, he said, it's nowhere near that. It's weeks, and it was pretty sad. But I got to speak to him a few times, so.
Was it much like the diagnosis, and then it was like there's nothing we can do, and then that was it, really? 6
weeks rings a bell, and it might even have been quicker than that. It was just sad, man. It was just sad. But I mean, I was going to say, anyway. But so signings. How I think we'll get to. I mean, what days of the day? The 27. How many days we got left?
So not like a week left or something.
It's the second. So we've got till Sunday night, or we've got to. I think it's Monday night midnight. So I might be working, but if not, I'll be sitting up till midnight. Well, no, that was 7 in the morning our time, wasn't it? Oh damn it! I might not be up till 7 in the morning then. But do you know what I'm thinking, Stace? Right? I think it's accepted we've got at least one guaranteed coming in.
Yeah.
But I think see the last 24 hours. There might be a player pops up that even Rangers don't have on their radar right now, because you know what it's like. An email might come in or a phone call, look, so and so's available, and
I am sure. Has that not happened before? We'll find somebody like 11:45 or something that wasn't really. You're seldom.
The call said, yeah, that's it. Colin, I'm on your side there, Colin, lad. That's it. Like I said, Colin, it's not. I think there's only about 15 players to pick from or something like that in it because of.
Mm-hmm. I would just say
that's why I think you might see Finlay Curtis go on Friday on loan.
I would just play as much of the second string as we can that's in the European squad. Maybe game Yoski on it.
No, sorry for yawning. Excuse me, you don't want to see my tonsils. Chris Wood, the goalkeeper. Right, this is me being thick, isn't it? Ryan Nardini reminds me of Chris Wood. Chris Wood. Right, help me out here, Lennon. It's Chris Wood. The Chris Wood I know Rangers was a goalkeeper. Am I being
Chris
dumb?
I would imagine it must be an attacking player.
Well, Nardini's at number 9.
I know, that's what I'm thinking, like.
Oh, there we go. Maybe he's height. There we go. That could be it because Chris Wood was big. Actually, Alan, that's a very good point about Celtic qualifying. That's a very good point. Aye, get them in there.
Yeah.
And hopefully somebody snaps them.
Do they only need a draw or something? We're doing all right with it, no?
From what judging by the set, because I watched a bit of the game tonight, and judging by the celebration, that's it. That'll be it. Colin Steen, yeah. Because my old man, he talked about Jim Baxter, Bobby Shearer, that era. Because Bobby Shearer, when I went to Irish, you used to see him outside Ibrox with the big sheepskin coat, the big cigar. Yeah. Oh, right, the non-forest striker. All right, okay. Ah, right, that Chris Wood. I know who you mean now. Aye. You hear that bang?
Aye.
What was that? Hang on. Actually, the neighbour works at night in his carriage a wee bit. Aye, I'm just overthinking that one. Aye. Bonnie Ginsberg, he wasn't that good though. Maybe I missed that national service because all Israeli men have got shit. Fucking chair's broken. That's proper fucked. Give me a minute to get another chair.
Oh, for fuck.
Yeah, that's that. And it's been going to happen for weeks. I knew that because it was cheap and nasty. What a twat.
It could have been worse. You could have got a Syrian.
No, because that bag was obviously something breaking in the chair. It wasn't anything to do outside.
I thought somebody was trying to pick the door in.
No, it was a chair breaking. I didn't realise. There we go, man. I hope nobody's recording that. It'll be on YouTube and all that anyway, but
aye. There's a proper YouTube moment there.
Let's get the pillows sorted for my backside. That's getting in the bin tomorrow. And the thing is, I bought it. It was only about 30 quid. I knew, don't buy that because it'll break. And it did.
Get one of these ones, the gaming ones. They're actually so comfy.
Aye, I know, but they're expensive. That'll be... look there, it's there. It's a lot.
Well, work paid for mine, but aye.
No, I know the gamer chairs are the thing, aye. Is Frankie addressed the... Right, this is obviously a bot. What crypto scam? Like, I'm going to let this run. I've got no idea what this means. What is it, Tony? What's a crypto scam? Hang on. I know that's it, Colin. What's a crypto scam? Hurry up, man. Tell us. This must be one of these hacker type shit pig. I wouldn't have the clue. I've had a crypto person asked to sponsor the page, and I asked my mate Mickey, and he said, "Don't go near it." So it was all right. He offered me $1,000 a month as well. I was like, "Nah, you're all right." It's crypto though, and it's just if somebody invests on it from the page and it goes wrong, it's my fault.
Yeah.
You know. So. All right. Okay. When was that? This is quite interesting. This one actually. John, I'll be honest with you, it's probably even cheaper than that. It was from. It's not a market, but it is a market, if that makes sense. It's a No, it's a market indoor, and it's where I got the light as well. So.
It's probably just like
Aye. No, but I mean, the gamer chairs are a couple of £100, aren't they? So I think I'll need once. I don't need it now, but So right, promoting Pump and Dump Rangers crypto coin, really? Where? Hang on a minute. This is interesting. I like stuff like this when people say that.
Oh, I bet you it's when you were showing off that nice coin that boy got you.
Oh, this one? I've still got it. Sits there. It's not even... wait a minute. Zenith coins, all right. Nah, I don't know about that. But that they have nothing to do with crypto. They just make medals and coins and stuff. Aye, that's a belter. That I was the thing. I do like it. Like
It's pretty smart, like.
it is, and it's got the Ibrox in the back. I mean, I wouldn't know what to do with crypto because one of the rigs I was on, there was a guy who was heavy into crypto, and he used to make a few quid off it. I think Abbott it was the proper. What's the main crypto one? I don't know what it's called. It's all the way above that. Aye, it was Bitcoin. He did it with Bitcoin, and he showed me. The thing is, I think he found it more of a habit. It was quite interesting. He was an American lad. He said when he would go home for 4 weeks, he would make between £400 and £600 extra. So that was like cool. All right, okay. Oh, well, why would I give the victims the money back when I made millions? And I keep breaking cheap and nasty chairs. Who's this man? This is funny. Hang on, how did I get onto this guy's? I'm going to highlight this.
Today, them no chairs are just getting them money back.
Go to Google, type in it.
Buy in, you snooze, you lose.
Aye. Yeah. But in Sunday, Hibs are the problem we've got, there's Rebecca, the problem we've got is complacency can come in now. We can get cocky, if you like. Is that the right word? So I just feel that Danny's got them cooking, and he knows how to control it, because this Rangers team, it's about confidence and just, and we've seen it. I mean, they're working their socks off for each other, aren't they, man?
I wouldn't think Tav would let them get cocky. Do you know what I mean? Like, no. I think he said something like that in his press conference, didn't he? That they didn't want to get too hyped up about it. Aye.
I mean, that's it. It's just feet on the ground. Just keep doing what you're doing. And I was happy the other night. Yeah, we did. It was a loan deal in 10 million in the summer, but we said no, we don't need to, because if he's worth 10 million now, what happens when he wins medals and stuff? Somebody said that he feels that Gassam had said that the jersey's too heavy for him. It doesn't look like it to me.
No, I mean, he's still getting the goals and stuff. Like, sometimes he goes missing, but
let
me see. I think he would be the type of player that would say, like quite upfront, like, I want to go.
I've not seen a thing to indicate the jersey's too heavy. The opposite, if anything. Oh, here we go. No, here we go.
That was, the shining light in the beginning.
He was. You forget that. Him and Curtis, and he's got confidence. Sometimes he needs to release it quicker and maybe lift his head a bit. But then again, maybe there was something came to me, and it was out when I was driving about in the motorbike. Maybe he's been told just be greedy and shoot, because he scored at the weekend and he scored goals. But there's still times he should have maybe passed it and maybe taken one less extra touch and all that kind of stuff.
Aye, there was one a couple of games ago, mind you, they should have squared it. Was it Miovski or Raskin that was in for a tap-in?
He tried the back. Was it not? Oh no, that was Miovski. Sorry, Miovski. Remember, he back-heeled it or something and made a mess of it. But there's people starting to give Miovski petals. That is wrong, man. He's all right. The players will come in to compliment him. He's just in the door. He's not getting service, so people need to calm down. But
his other side of his games came on a bit more now, because he's starting to hold it up a wee bit better. Because mine before, like, it was just bouncing off him and all the rest of it. So hopefully.
And he played a part in the last two goals at Parkhead as well. He was involved in the build-up play.
Aye, exactly.
Triple talk.
Maybe that type of player, he needs somebody playing up with him as well.
All right, no, I've just banned that guy. I just let him carry on, but I'm kind of bored with that. Just because once other people start getting involved, that's stop. It's just like letting Tim
just goes carnage then.
I know. Jim Baxter. Do you know, when I was watching the old videos of Rangers in the early 90s, the guy that was great was Jim Bett. He was, absolutely, I'll hold on to him. And if it's Monaco that came in from, and he's French, if he wanted to go to Monaco, because I think the way Rangers work now, Daniel have sat down and said, look, do you want to go?
Yeah.
Because we're not going to keep somebody that doesn't want to be here.
And that's the thing. I think we'll find it quite quickly within the next day or so if he's turned around and says, no, I want to go. Because then you'll start to hear that we'll accept bids and all this.
Because they've got good players there. They've got, what's his name? Pogba's there, and I think he's doing well. He's a waster, though, that guy, isn't he? He's one of them guys you want to shake. What are you doing, man? Won the World Cup. But he should have went to Man United, but I think he was too interested in off-the-field stuff. There's Maggie. I've not seen you for a few days, Maggie. I've not been on for a few days, mind you.
So, what are we thinking? Do you think it's better for him to go out and have a season on loan or keep him?
No, I want to keep him because he's a match winner.
Yeah.
He's a match winner. I mean, I know he can go missing, but he's one of those players that does nothing all game, then it's that 2-2-2 goal.
Yep.
Decent, Mike. Didn't Moise get found out to me? I don't know. I don't know. That means that's even worse than me. I know you probably didn't mean it, but I'm trying to work it out because I'm terrible at hitting.
Didn't get forced out too mature.
I don't know. Did McCoy? No, McCoy's didn't get out, farmed out. No, McCoy's never get loaned out or anything like that.
No, he just left because he was too old now, wasn't he?
Aye, he went to Kilmarnock, didn't he? Aye. He probably, I don't like saying this, but him, Stuart McCall, McKinnon, there was a few players stayed one season too long, and if maybe I went, we might get 10 in a row, but it doesn't matter. They were there, and that's it. And but anyway, that's football. We can't.
They say that themselves, though. You know what I mean?
Aye. Because like I said, I mean, for a while now, for a week or two, I'll be more because when I get up in the morning. You do your morning routine, then I go on and then I put Sky Sports News on.
Yeah.
But when you watch it an hour, that's it. It's the same for the next 5 hours. Because remember, I'm 7 hours ahead. So what I've been doing is just putting YouTube on the telly and just having that in the background. Talk sports, or sometimes I put it on. But when you're watching it on the telly, the advert break is to get this music that does your nothing. Because they can't play the adverts internationally. They can't. They can on the phone, but it's just like. But I do like listening to Ali and Alan Brazil on the telly and the talks, but they're good together. All right, aye. Bo Anderson was decent at the time, and to score 2 against Celtic, that's no mean feat. And I remember we were up in town that night to the tunnel, and we saw him driving past in a car. It was a big BM7 series or something. Yeah, beauty. Do you know something, Stacey? The wall has just come and kicked me in the stomach, and I've not been in my bed before 1. I actually was up and about for 6:30 this morning. I mean, it's good. I like you sitting outside, so I'm going to not listen to heat because I'm knackered and I'm a big girl's blouse.
Your big blouse.
I know. So I'll see you tomorrow, probably right on here. I'm certainly on the page, all right. And thank you everyone for joining in. Cheers.
Cheers after.